On a le très très grand honneur d'avoir M. Noel Lee, the head monster, with us. We are very pleased that you are in a large number to assist to this conference. I would like you to welcome, bienvenue, M. Noel Lee.
Well, thank you for welcoming me here. You know, as I walk through and I'm looking at all the displays and manufacturers here, and my old friend Mr. John Atkinson taking photos. Hey, John. You know, I'm remembering how I started Monster Cable, and this was in 1978. I can remember hotel rooms just like this one. The Blackstone Hotel in Chicago. We had many people who were starting their businesses, including me. And at that time, I could not afford to come to a show like this. So all the manufacturers that are here and you know, pioneering this two-channel business, surround business, home AV business, you know, you really feel proud that you have a show like this to be able to display what you're doing, because it's a rarity these days. You know, the home AV has taken over, two channels kind of gone. You don't see too much audio. I see it in Germany, I see it in Japan, but I don't see it in the US anymore, so I think you should feel very happy you have a show like this. I want to congratulate all of the folks who are putting on this show. That you should give them some appreciation and some applause for that. Can you? So, I know there's many kinds of people here, and I want to talk to you know, many of the manufacturers here, many of the retailers here. But I thought I would start out just with a maybe a recap of, you know, who I am. And some of you are old enough to remember when Monster Cable started. Some of you weren't even born yet when Monster Cable started. So Monster's 30 years old, and I am an entrepreneur, like most of us here in this room. Meaning, I had no money. That's what entrepreneur means, right? At least for many of us here. So I started out with a passion and a vision. Can you raise your hands if you have passion and vision? Raise your hands if you have passion and vision, okay? Because those of us who just raised our hands, you'd be doing something that made you more money if it weren't for the passion and vision, right? This is not the business to be able to you know, retire on and have that big life of riches. You know, nobody is in this business because they want to be wealthy. Well, that began with my love of music. So imagine, if you will, many years ago, before I started Monster Cable, that I was son of immigrant parents. My parents came from China. And the story goes, I was conceived in China and born in America. Meaning my parents were having fun before they got here. But how fortunate was that when my father came over here with my mother, and they landed on the West Coast in the US on the last boat that came from China before the communists took over. So if you think of how fortunate that I was able to arrive here and be born here in San Francisco in the States in 1948, that I was able to start this business, because if I didn't, maybe many of you would not be selling good cables and the rest of the world would still be using zip cord. So, you know, we're credited with you know, creating this industry of specialty cables, and it's become much more than that, of course. But let me tell you the story of what it's like to be the son of Asian immigrant parents. So if you're a son of Asian immigrant parents, you have to be an accountant or an engineer. You only have two choices, right? Because no other business is legitimate, according to them. So I was an engineer. I went to school at Cal Poly, graduated in mechanical engineering. I got a really nice job. You know, I was in the laser fusion program at Lawrence Livermore Laboratory, and I was doing research, and it was fantastic. And at home, my hobby was being an audiophile. You know, 2-channel stereo cartridges, turntables, setting them up, speakers, and you know, I was like way over the top of my passion and my, when I came home, couldn't wait to get home to listen to that new amplifier. You guys know what I mean, right? You have customers like that too? So that's where the passion came from. My love for music is that I played music in the evening. I played in a band, I played drums. I wanted to show you a picture of what I looked like, but can't get the computer going. But I was not such a good musician. But we got offered in our band, when I was playing, they said, no, we're gonna take you on a world tour to go to Australia and Japan and everything. And you know, the band at that time, I was the only one that was married. I had a son, my wife was there, and we had a nice house. And they offered a job to say, no, we're gonna take the band on a world tour. And I said, I can't go on a world tour. See, I got a nice job, you know, I'm secure. You know, I love to go home and play with my stereo. The band says, no, we won't go without you. So at the age of 27, I said, for once in my life, either I'm gonna do it or not do it. So I packed up everything, rented out the house, and went on world tour with my band, played music. Except when I got to my first job in Hawaii, they said, this band plays the wrong music, and they fired me after 2 weeks. So here I am in Hawaii, out of work, quit my job, but playing and enjoying my passion, which was music. So I played music for about 2 years, and that's where I learned business. Because as an engineer, and you know, some of you are engineers, maybe here in this room, some of you deal with engineers, you never let the engineers do sales. Don't let anybody talk to the engineer, because engineers confuse people. Well, that was me. But I learned how to do sales and marketing and business when I was playing in a band, because I had to deal with nightclub owners that wouldn't pay me. You know, I had to book a band one weekend and I'd be out of work the next week on unemployment, so we slept in, you know, 10 of us slept in one-room apartments, and it was, you know, we call it paying our dues. When I got back and the band broke up, I got back and I wanted to be an engineer again. Can't do that, because you know, when you're playing music, you got this free-flowing lifestyle. And, you know, we started at 3:30, 10:30 at night, and finished at 3:30 in the morning. You know, and then after that we smoked. Then went to the beach. Okay, and I couldn't go back to 8 to 5 lifestyle. But I wanted to be in the audio business so bad. I said, I can't be an engineer anymore. So I went home and I said, how do I get into your business? How do I become an entrepreneur in the audio business? Because the stores wouldn't hire me because I was too overqualified. You want to be a salesperson? Oh, wait a minute, you're a degreed engineer. You work in a Lawrence Livermore Laboratory. You want to be a salesperson at our stereo store? No, too overqualified. So I couldn't even get a job at a hi-fi store.